Hello, Little Mouse. Chapter 24. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by CandyFluffs on Instagram. You can find a link to her Instagram and her store in the description box below. Now then, if you haven't already, check out the previous 23 chapters by finding those linked also in the description box and giving this video a big thumbs up. Bonus points if you leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. If you don't know what to comment, or even if you don't know what an algorithm is, put Adrien's Rebellion. Please enjoy Hello, Little Mouse, Chapter 24. Adrien Agreste as Cat Noir. Ring beeping. "Hey," Cat said, wrapping a hand around Ladybug's wrist. "Come with me." "But she began, her earrings beep, cutting her off as she reached up to touch them at the sound. "We don't need to split right away now, remember?" He gave a light tug, and she looked at his hand before nodding back up at him. "Okay." It was strange to see Ladybug this hesitant, nervous, and he knew it was because of him. Well, him and the consequences of her actions. They slipped away, their transformation slipping off behind the school. "Hey," Adrien said, turning to look at her. Marinette stared back, shuffling her weight from side to side. "I'm good. We're good." "But we've been dating for 3 months. Us, you, me, Marinette, Adrien. You being MultiMouse? Bonus, but not why I asked you out. So, you being Ladybug?" He shrugged, cherry on top. "And now you don't have to wonder if I'm only dating because you're an idol." She blinked a few times, tension melting off her shoulders. "You mean it?" "Yeah." He crossed his arms, looking at the sky as he mustered courage. "And I'm gonna tell my dad to knock it off." "Huh?" Her jaw dropped, the tension hardening as a burden once more. "Again, it'd be cool to keep dating as superheroes, which we will totally do. But my dad doesn't get a say." "He's, your legal guardian and owns the building you live in. I think he does." She bit her lip, weaving her fingers between each other. "Whose side are you on?" He laughed in response so she'd know it wasn't an accusation. "He's been so hands-off for years. Literally, he didn't want us to date for the brand, right? Then I won't work for the brand." "Adrien!" "Ball's in his court. I'm 16 now. I can demand a right to be forgotten, and now I'm able to access the bank account with my earnings. Like I said, the ball is in his court." "Is this all?" She swallowed, looking away. "Is this all for me?" That was a lot of pressure on her if he said yes. Adrien stepped back, thinking about it harder. This was a cliché teenage love story if he'd ever seen one. But this girl? She wasn't just his MultiMouse anymore. Maybe he wouldn't go this hard just for his girlfriend, but his girlfriend and partner? Did he have to think twice? He couldn't imagine a future without her, so it was all or nothing, right? Sure, he tasted the ache of them growing apart as Ladybug and Cat Noir over the past few months and knew that losing her wouldn't kill him, but why not water a garden that's borne nothing but fruit? Why till another lawn, convinced the grass will be greener when you've got an orchard? Ugh, teenage sap. If only he were actually a shoujo heroine. "No," he decided. "It's for me, Marinette." She raised her head to look at him again, and her expression hardened to one he knew all too well. It was the same look she had when she figured out a lucky charm, but was nervous about it. Of course she would, but She looked just like Ladybug at that moment. How had he not seen it before? Well, forest for the trees and all that. And he'd fallen for her twice, which proved it wasn't just infatuation, although he definitely had a type. You don't want to lie low for another 1.5 years? And become a legal adult? He shook his head. I'm not happy there, Marinette. Adrien had to wonder if the pity in her eyes was for him as Adrien or for her partner. He didn't know if it mattered either. My dad's looking for some early morning help. He took a moment to interpret what she meant. Live-in? There's a break room in the back that's a bed and a dresser. I wouldn't be surprised if he... Wait. Adrien held up his hands. The thought is nice, but He felt his cheeks darken. Not even close to appropriate. A live-in employee? Your boyfriend living with your parents as a teenager when there are other options. She blinked, her cheeks darkening to what was most likely the hue he sported. Right. Well, this was awkward. Thanks, though. Yeah. Anyway, he cleared his throat. Think I'm, gonna go drastically upset my life now. Cool. Wait, like, now? Her shoulders slumped, the first sign of her relaxing, even if it was just in surprise. Yeah. It was hard to not crack a wanna come joke. She might even take him up on it, but it's something he needed to do alone. What if... Marinette bit her lip, lacing her fingers between his as she stepped forward, her first touch an act of girlfriendness since revealing herself. What if he kicks you out? Adrien shrugged. Then I get my first slumber party with Nino and his kid brother. Oh! She lifted her eyebrows, then grinned. It was a tight smile, but genuine relief poked through. Well, at least you aren't entirely reckless. Honestly, you'd probably come up with a better plan, but I need to do this myself, you know? Are you sure? He laughed, chilled to the bone by the question. Oh, no, I'm terrified. Adrien! Anyway, get back to class. I'm going home. But I'll call you tonight. He leaned in, hovering for a kiss, and, with a soft sigh, she returned it, worry still clouding her eyes. Promise? I promise to call you or show up at your door. Okay. She bit her lip. If he puts you in room jail, I'm gonna break in. That's my girl, he said, smiling as his heart warmed. Adrien pressed another kiss to her forehead, knowing nothing could distill her concerns. Have a good day, Bugaboo. He stepped back, breaking off the goodbye as he turned his back. He wasn't sure how long his courage would last, so he'd best make the most of it before chickening out. This wasn't a rash decision, right? Okay, maybe a little, but it was high time his father treated him like a person, you know? Adrien would talk to his father. Adrien would stand up to Adrien Agreste and, for the first time in maybe ever, he wouldn't take no for an answer. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 25 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fanfiction, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!